Hey guys, so today you and I are going to talk about the minimum requirements on your English to work in an international environment. So let's get into it. So the question was, hi Frederick, can you make a video that speaks about the minimum English level in order to work in an international environment? Well, yes, I can. I would say that it varies a little bit. It might vary from company to company or region to region, but in my experience, usually the level of English that you need to have is fluent enough. Let me define that a little bit. So, if if you can't effectively trade information with an English speaker, that's going to be a problem because you need to be able to talk to people and actually not lose out on the meaning of things. Having like a native level pronunciation or being able to speak as fluently as somebody who is from the States or the UK or wherever, right? It's not necessary. It's not necessary in general terms. What so I mean, if you slip up on words or if you use the wrong grammar or stuff like that, that is okay as long as like the listener can understand what you're saying and you in turn understand what they're saying back. So you don't have to be a native level speaker or semi-native level speaker to survive in an international environment. The ranges vary quite drastically. I work with, if I just talked about myself, and I have worked with in past companies as well. I've worked with native speakers alongside with people who are who really struggle sometimes with their English, but they can make themselves understood, and that's the beautiful part about spoken language. Usually, you are okay as long as the listener is advanced enough to actually understand what you're saying. You don't have to get everything perfect. You just have to get to a point where they understand, like they understand what you said. Like there are the better the listener is, usually the better they're going to be at filling in the gaps when you mispronounce something. And that's practically where you need to keep it. As an example, I have coworkers from America in my current job who, I mean, they speak as well as anybody who has English as their native language. And then I have some coworkers who are from Japan and China where their English skill, I mean, I would say that they have above average English skills in comparison to a lot of other people that I've met from that part of the world, because English, although it's a big language, I mean, it's not something that everybody knows by heart. It's not something everybody just gets, right? And although their proficiency within the language is not going ever most likely going to get to the point where they can talk as well as the Americans, they still have the ability to get through sentences and understand what the Americans are saying back. And that's where you want to be, like usually, because the in an international environment, people are coming from all across the world, and like perfect English is not a requirement if you come from, at least not here in Europe. It might be different in the States, but it's not the case in the UK. I know that for a fact, and it's not the case anywhere in the non-native English countries, as far as I know, at the very least. So what I want you to take away from this is just that if you're worried about your English skills, like the thing that you need to just get to, like if the level that you need to get to is that you understand, if, like in writing, like what are you reading? Do you understand how to communicate if there's a bug or if there's an issue or you need help with something or so forth? And that is a semi-fluent level. It's okay if you don't, usually at the very least, that you don't have perfect pronunciation. Nobody's going to expect that from you. You're not a native speaker. But if you are missing information in the conversation, or people don't actually understand what you're saying, that's a problem. It's okay to make mistakes as long as there's no loss of information. That's the general rule at the very least. Have a great day.